10 Megapops is the usual quota when it comes to a round 140 run when trying to get as many pops as possible with a single particular tower. 10 Megapops up to round 140. What have I told you? That we're going to go for 23 Megapops. Not 10, 23. Now, I've worked out that there are about 95,000 excess pops that you can have rather than the usual 42 which you have with a 2 Megapops. So, we're going to see how we fare in this challenge. Also, I am going to bar myself from using the usual support hero when it comes to these 2 Megapop runs, which is a mustache Geraldo, and we're going to swap for Oben instead. 2 reasons. Number 1, early coverage of certain kind of balloons. So camo balloon on round 24, we can use brambles, and round 28 when it comes to leads, and other rounds when it comes to early leads, Oben can help us out with those, which is brilliant. In my test games, I've discovered a rather nefarious bug with overclocks. If you have 2 overclocks simultaneously active on a single tower, if you fail the round and you go back to the game with both overclocks active on the tower, the game will think that the overclock that you activated first, the one that's about to run out, is the one that is most recently active. And from there, it means that simultaneously, both overclocks, one which is far in the past and the most recent one, will run out simultaneously. And that is proving to be a very big problem when it comes to the huge amounts of DDT rounds within the game. Round 15, we're going to need some brambles for this round, some of them down, so we deal with these excess pinks, which are a bit of a problem at times. So yeah, be very careful when you use overclocks in certain cases. You want it so that you have an overclock close to activating, but in the same time, you want the other overclock to be active and then run out from there, so that hopefully you'll be able to use that bit of overclock to your advantage, because when it comes to tier 5 towers, it's about 60 to 65% uptime with 1 overclock. With 2, obviously it's 100%, but unfortunately with the game at the moment and its bugs, it means that we cannot pursue a path of accidentally failing and then going from there not being able to go through this. And speaking of failing, we should have put down some brambles down sooner. Even better yet, we can just put down our soon-to-be Anti-Bloon super monkey here. The Anti-Bloon is a very special tier 5 tower. It completely eradicates the competition and can survive very well much on its own past around 100. So you go from round 100 to round 140 and it only brambles here. See, these brambles were able to pop that camo there. So you'll be able to go through with support, obviously, like a Perma-brew, 2 overclocks, a call to arms, and obviously then MIB with jungle drums. Is able to handle all of the balloons on its own, which is brilliant. Round 27. So always go with middle path first, because you're able to not only get more range but more pierce as well per dart. So let Oben pop the leads. And then from there you don't have to worry about them until we can get ourselves our MIB up and running, which is what we're going to be doing first before we're pursuing top path, because I kind of still want to pop purples with the super monkey at this given point in time. Okay, let's go with submersion support now with our monkey subs, so that the balloons themselves, which are otherwise camofied, will become decamofied, and our super monkey will be able to pop them. Pop down our village. Let's go to 130. So I was about to say 103 there. The bottom part for size for discount stuff is completely useless in chimps. Did you know that Monkey City and Monkey Town, or the other way around, is completely useless in chimps because you can't really get any benefits aside a free dart monkey every round? Is that worth the tens of thousands that you spent on a bottom path monkey village just to get that entitled Dark Monkey, which does absolutely nothing within the late rounds. You can have a field swarmed with them, and they would barely get any pops. Yeah, that is big for now. Do not worry, there are bigger and more menacing balloons on the horizon. We have our fancy MIB up and running. Now, before we go to Jungle Drums, we're actually going to go to Laser Blasts, then Plasma Blasts, get more firepower per projectile before getting more attack speed. I think that is the better way to go at this point in time. But we will get Jungle Drums, obviously. Got Laser Blast on round 40. Ha! Lasers pop purples. You wouldn't think that, would ya? But no, it is MIB that is allowing us to do that. And MIB is such an important support kind of tower. Oh, I forgot to get Plasma Blast. You know what? Hugely in the future, that doesn't matter because all of the pops will come between rounds 100 and 140. That is where 21 million of the pops lie after all. Who cares if it's only like 50 pops or so that goes to open? But as I say, every pop matters. Robo Monkey, our entry into the robotic hood for our Super Monkey has now begun. With that, we can sometimes get some critical hits, which is nice. What happened to one of our chairs? Obin, do you know about this over here? Wait a minute, if I put that over there, then Obin is not suspect, is he? Obin, do you know something about this idol here on the chair there? Now we've only got one seat to spare for whoever is going to vacate this chair. Anyways, we're going for Tech Terror now. Sorry, BFB. Already got MIB. Just pop the BFB. Too many things ending with B. Not DDT. MOAB. BFB. MIB. ZOM. Not B, but G. BAD. Okay, it starts with B. Balloonarius also begins with B. Lich, no, there's no B. Vortex, no, there's no B. Dread Bloon, second part of it. If you swapped Flare with Bloon, you get Dread Flare or Flare Dread. That is my Dread Balloon. Dread Balloon alias. And then we have Phase, which, well, it could be a B for all we know, because Phase is a tricky little bugger that phases in and out of reality. Anyways, a little bit over there about the letter B. At this point, in a way, submersion support is a bit of a hindrance more than support because of the fact that once a DT is decamified, then any of these other towers which would not normally otherwise hit them will be able to hit them, which is annoying. And since this thing can by default pop leads, it means that it's able to attack DDTs once they're decamified by the submersion support. Alternatively, we could have started with a Dark Monkey, hope and pray that it lasts, and then lay down Obin here and there, and hopefully he's able to sweep up a bit more of the excess fluff before we get the Super Monkey. But that's neither here and there, and we kind of rely on this thing for the second camo round, which is 33, 34. You're a balloons tuber. You should know what comes out exactly on every single round, in what order, and their quantities of them appearing. How dare you get rounds mixed up? Said by one person out of the thousands that watch my videos. And I thoroughly appreciate each and every one of you for supporting me by watching my videos, subscribing, recommending my videos to others, other people watching these videos which are otherwise creators themselves, because I sometimes do give it, and I thoroughly appreciate everyone, regardless of your sub count. Your sub count does not matter to me, because what matters to me is you, number one, and number two, your support. You as a person, your welfare, your health is more important than your support for me, but I will always appreciate your support. Regardless of what kind of support that you give, whether it's just watching the video, liking the video, commenting on the video, subscribing to the video. I enjoy your presence here, even if you don't necessarily enjoy all of the things that I talk about. But we can agree and disagree and not have a World War III about it. And that is the power of being able to understand one another, have disagreements, but not fall into utter turmoil because you have a different opinion to somebody else. We can disagree on stuff, we can agree on stuff. That is the power of the community, is that we can discuss things, and as a matter of fact, it means we're able to have some conclusions which are the same and other conclusions which are completely different. Like, personally, I think Tech Terror is one of the best tier 4 towers within the game. But then somebody else will say, it's not really a great tower in comparison to, let's say, a Spectra, which has a global range, and both sides have a point, because the Spectra is a good tower, and Tech Terror is a good tower. They both have their strengths and their weaknesses, just like each and every single one of us. We all have our strengths, we all have our weaknesses, but together, we can cover each other's sixes, meaning each other's backs. Backs meaning weaknesses at times, because we can't necessarily see behind us, and behind us could be flaws. But within those flaws lie our individualities. Anyways, back to the challenge. We went from discussing about the letter B to now discussing about other things in life that's not related to the letter B. Because why not? This is my video. 2 ZOMGs. Put you on last momentarily. And wipe. So I think that's our second usage of the Tech Terror Annihilation ability, which means on the next one, if you don't know this, every third usage of the ability, that ability is 50% more powerful than the other two. So it means now we do 50% more damage, and hopefully we should be able to clear all of these out instantaneously, like so. But then again, perhaps I should have done that a bit sooner while these ZOMGs were not in range of Oben's attacks. Because even though he doesn't particularly go up to this track here, he can still target ZOMGs because of their hitbox radius. Every single balloon has a hitbox radius, and the bigger the balloon, the bigger the radius. That's why you can otherwise attack a balloon areas, even though it looks like it clearly shows that you cannot hit it. 89 is done. Round 90 is here. Just instantly wipe out DDTs, or you're going to be a huge threat later on. I don't care if you're all on slays. You're continuously slaying me and my chances in doing this otherwise absurd challenge I created for myself, even though I barely know anything about late game past round 100 and being able to optimize for all that and all that jazz. And actually, there could be like a data sheet or something like that which gathers all these records of like what towers have done the most amount of pops when it comes to like going to around 140. Like what towers produce the most amount of pops on its own. So let's say if a tower is able to get 23 million pops after, so when round 140 ends, and are there any towers that have been able to do an all pops of this scenario? Because I like to think that that is an improbable challenge. Not impossible, but very improbable. You have to have a tower that is extremely competent. But I would also say that it's something that could only be done in a challenge editor / custom map. Then again, this is a challenge editor. That's why you're seeing this around 140, because that's when we're ending the game. Yeah, this is a real reason why now submersible support is a bit of a hindrance, because Oben can now attack these DDTs because of the fact that they're being decamofied. Not very handy. Round 96. Let's see if they're all going down just beautifully. use the Tech Terror Bear, especially use them on the fortified balloons because they are the bigger problem this round. The ZOMG is not the biggest problem, but it's the fortified MOABs actually. Oh, I used that in the wrong time. I thought I was in range there. Oh well. Do not worry, we are only 6k away from the anti-balloon. And we're definitely going anti-balloonays. Let's set this to close them first so that we can kind of disperse these two lots of ZOMGs. If you try and clump both lots of ZOMGs simultaneously, we're going to have ourselves a PS overflow, sorry. Which means we can't pop everything despite targeting everything. Let's see, let's time this. Now actually. Let's set you to close actually so that you target these lingering ceramics which are annoying. Oh, we got it. The anti-balloon is here now. I bobbed enough, I didn't realize. Oh gosh, that's a 35k. Right about now, we would be set for 2 Megapops because that's not our objective in this particular video. Let's see. Oh, would you just leave us be? Thank you very much. There we go. I did it a bit too late, but I still managed it. Look, 35k. That would be 36.5. So that is definitely 2 Megapops, right? Right? Anyways, we're tier 5, which means Overclock is not going to have a 100% uptime. Also, I forgot to mention about Obin's buffs to the Super Monkey. It's both at level 11 and level 12, sorry. So all magic monkeys in range get +5 range and 2 PS. That's not big, but magic monkeys also get a reduced cooldown by 5%, which could come in clutch actually. But we're not going to have this thing here forever, otherwise this thing's going to steal too many pops. And we don't want that. We don't want this thing stealing too many pops, thank you very much. We want all of our pops to be done with our balloon, that is, sorry, with our tower which has anti in its name. The anti-balloon. And it shall definitely anti-matterize these balloons. I'm not even sure that is a word. But guess what? I don't care. This is my video, and we are going to roll with it, regardless of what you think is right or wrong. Okay, we have 2 overclocks now, which means that overclock will always be applied to you. Let's put it on first and strong because these DDTs are a humongo menace. And we always need both arms aimed directly at the DDT's forehead. Oh gosh, there's a ceramic left. Right, so we are going to summon ourselves a wonderful helicopter, and we're going to just put him right in the corner there. Not going to be in harm's way, not getting any pops, nothing along those lines. Going to move you into the far corner, thank you very much. So hopefully you have the fewest amount of opportunities to get pops. Ooh, that could be a little bit tricky for later, but I think we're okay on that manner. Okay, we can apply it now, thank you very much. Excellent, round 108 is done. We have only just begun our journey. We are only 1/5 of a way to getting greatness. Oh, I used the wrong button there. I didn't mean to click the anti-balloon's ability. I just want to apply the overclock to our anti-balloon. We always have that increase in fire rate. Thank you very much. Keep on going. Our next gambit now is to get a Perma-brew, which means it will do more damage to fortified balloons. Is it fortified? No, it's ceramic and just does extra damage to MOABs. Let's see. Lasers of pop layers, that's not too much of an thing. Does extra damage to ceramics and MOAB class balloons. Good. Giving it extra damage, range and attack speed, even better. And it's just it, but it's not always applied. It's just one application and it's just stuck there forever, okay? If you don't know much about late game, sorry. Any round past 140, aside a few select rounds like 163, 200, and 263. And then there are a few others as well, which are like in stupid levels of rounds. there are set rounds, but for the majority of rounds, there are like a random integer of balloons that can come out. So you may get unlucky and have yourself a huge swarm of Fortified DDTs, for example, or a bunch of Fortified BADs, or anything along those lines. So your luck ultra late game depends on what towers the game decides that they're going to throw at you. Also, can you just see how well our Anti-Bloon is doing right about now? Unfortunately, this tree does not block Oben because Oben can well go through objects. What do you think he is, an alchemist or something? You can't do that sort of thing. Well, you can do that sort of thing. Okay, a punch. This is fast forward. This is normal. This is what we call big boy rounds right here. Right, maybe I should not have used it then and there. Perhaps I should have used the Anti-Bloon's ability here and there, but that's neither here nor there. Let's see. Let's get more in range here. Excellent. And they got rid of the DTs as well. Nice. So that's gotten rid of those. Lovely. 2 more bads left. 1 more bad left. Ability. Yep, wiped out the rest of the bads there. And we've done that. Excellent. Round 120. So every round between 1 and 140 is predetermined, which is why you always see a huge amount of ceramics on round 76 and round 63 and stuff like that. You're always going to get the same balloons on those rounds because most of the rounds are fixed like that, but ultra late game may not. So what have you been up to today, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone? Everyone and ladies and gentlemen, whichever way round you see it as. I do not mind. Round 120. Oh, some of them are getting quite late here, which is kind of the reason why we're pushing for a Perma-brew. Also, we've got our support Chinook here as well, so we can move it about if we want to, if we need to, which is what we're going to do. Anti-Bloon's ability does not remove the fortified ZOMGs instantaneously, which is a bit bad. Right. Get you up and running as soon as we can. For some odd reason... Oh, for some odd reason, you can actually apply yourself to the submarine there, which doesn't make any sense. There we go, there's that. And we should have ourselves a Perma-brew. Yeah, there we go. Your acidic mixture dip, please. Oh, don't put yourself on a submarine. Why do you apply yourself to the submarine? The submarine's doing nothing other than degamifying balloons now. Alright, let's move you over here so you stop getting pops. Excellent. Now this thing has been Perma-brewed, and the Perma-brew is going to cause minimal disruptions when it comes to our pop count. Right, we're coming up to the nefarious round in which I kept being constantly stuck on because of a huge number of DDTs that spawned that round and for the horrific bug that ensued. Alright, so where is... You know what? I'm going to hold on to this and hopefully we'll be able to last for the rest of the way. Okay, 100, 127. Apply you then and there. I am not confident we're able to do this without... Oh gosh, Anti-Bloon ability. Nah, we're gonna have to be really risky with this and just try and go for it. Even if I feel that we're gonna have 2 overclocks active at the beginning of a round, which will mean that we have a risk of one of them not working properly. Alright, let's just wipe all of these out, which is what we really need to do. Get rid of these goddamn DDTs and their innards. These are the huge threat that we have. Oh, 129. This is another round I'm thinking of that is the main threat. I don't know now. 138. Yeah, that's another heavy DDT round. Mainly fortified as well, which is annoying. 129, a bunch more fortified ZOMGs. Yeah, these are going to be tough rounds. Like these final 10, 11 rounds are the toughest of them all. No joke. Really tough rounds. 1, 3, 1, I think. Do occasional DDT? No, not on this round. Sometimes the occasional Fortified DDT just pops out of nowhere and decides, hey, I'm gonna make your day a misery by traveling very fast. He's a fast boy. Sometimes it's not the RBE, but what the balloon can do. How fast it can go. All that jazz. Sometimes bads are not the biggest threat, but it's what's inside them that can defeat you. Right, 132. A bunch of stacked ZOMGs here. Okay, let's use that there. Ooh, okay, I'm glad these summoned as well. In all honesty, I think going close is better than strong, so that we can concentrate ourselves on this little point here. Okay, I'm going to have this actually at Beridi. I'm not too sure which round is the infamous round which I keep losing at. And we're... activate one of them, because there was 2 at Beridi there. Okay, which one did I activate? I activated this one. I'm going to try and really delay my usage for as long as possible. I'm hoping... yeah, I'm going to activate as soon as it's removed, just so that I always have a overclock at the ready to activate if I really need it. And we have call to arms now, which is going to be very pivotal towards our success here. Okay, okay. Round 133. Lots of bunched up ZOMGs here. Not a huge fan of that, to be honest. That's why we have this on close, because of these lingering balloons back here. Oh, this is going to be very bad. Okay, this is not the round. Okay. Round 134. Let's keep on going. Where are we at? We're at 18.5 million pops, but don't you worry. Every single round past 180, so past round 80, the MOAB class balloons get a 2% increase in both their speed and their health, which means over time it's going to get to a point where we're no longer able to actually deal with these things, although these DDTs are a nuisance, but there's only a few of them, which is nice, which means we can have enough PS in the tank in order to do this. Okay, let's put this back to close. I should not have taken it off of close. Can we do this without the ability? I kind of would like to have it active at the start of a round. Alongside call to arms as well, because these balloons just have a lot of RBE. But it looks like we're going to have to do something else as well. Let's just use call to arms. Let's get a lot of pops down. There we go. Yeah, let's just use our abilities when I'm there. Hopefully we'll be able to get through the rest of this round without worrying about the big amount of RBE, which is sometimes a big detriment to our success. Let's hold off from using Overclock again. Let's just... I think we can deal with this. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. Yeah, we'll be able to deal with this. Yeah, we've got enough juice in the tank here. Oh, just about. Just about enough juice in the tank there. So what are we going to do with the rest of our money? Like we could go for sabos. Or a snowstorm would be quite beneficial. But I don't think we've got enough for an absolute zero, which actually would be incredibly useful at this stage of the game. Oh, I forgot to use Overclock in there. But don't worry, because we're happy. Oh, around 137. Are there going to be DDTs spawning this round? I hope not. Okay, let's just use the rest of this. Hopefully. Ooh. Yeah, this alchemist gained a few pops, but not to worry. Okay, let's just activate the overclock then and there. Okay, this is the round that gives me a lot of troubles, but we do have a overclock at the ready whenever we need to use it. This is the round that has given me the most amount of troubles. Okay, okay. Performance still looking good here. missed a few of those DDTs though. That's a bit of a worry. Oh, Christ. Crackers. Yeah. We need something else on board. But unlike my other... when I came to test games, we didn't have an overclock active because of the overclock bug I mentioned. But because of the fact that I've been delaying our usage of the overclocks, it means that we have a fresh one at the ready, which is lovely. But what can we do here? I'm thinking of a snowstorm. But I'm not too sure if we're going to have enough to get out to zero in all this. Like, there are other options like a relentless glue, some balloon sabos. I think in the long run, balloon sabos might be the way forward, to be honest. I wish I could put them over here, but I can't. So we're going to put these, hopefully behind these umbrellas, and then the majority of the time I can't get pops. Yeah, we'll put one there, and hopefully that will activate in time for when I really need it. This is not fast forwarded, by the way, and it looks very dangerous. Let's use call to arms. Let's have that extra attacks. Okay, our Sabo is active. But is it going to help us here? Hopefully it will, because look at all of these clumped up balloons here. Oh, was that the prime time to use it? But then again, look at all of this. Okay, our Sabos, and oh my god, look at all these DDTs. Crikey. I expect there's only a handpick full of balloons, or sort of towers that could possibly do this challenge. I fear no man, but that thing is a fast boy. Let's try going strong and first for the anti-bloon. Rather than close, let's try and really focus on those DDTs. That will improve our defenses. Marginally better without any other abilities, but still a failure. Relentless Glue is doing very well at the moment here. Any of those lingering ones? Hope not. Let's see now. Come on, please. Let's get through this round. All of these are kind of glued together, which is nice. Oh, that's the end of them. Relentless Glue, you are the MVP of this round. Thank you. That's brilliant. I love that. But now we have no means of being able to slow down the MOABs for round 140. We barely get any money at this stage. And do you know what's unique about update 39? Ninja Kiwi's removed the factor that the support sacrifices to the Sun Temple and True Sun God will be able to give extra money to balloons, sorry, to towers and stuff like that. That's just fun, isn't it?
Now we have a challenge.
A bit more than just a challenge. This is a goddamn behemoth. And as a behemoth, it's gonna go down. We've only got 5k to spare. What can we do with this 5k aside? Well, nothing. We can't really do anything aside without it being a waste of money. Alright, another call to arms. That is what we need right about now. There we go. More power. Even more excuse me. Target the Fortified BAD. Thank you very much. Perhaps I should have done that a bit sooner, but oh well. Let's see now. Yeah, you stay on first. Thank you very much. Glue the DT as soon as it comes out, please.
Improve our defense.
It didn't really slow it down enough. Oh, I tell you what, with 7 left, we can get Dragon's Breath. Could that be a difference in all this jazz? Well, hope so. Let's get this thing Perma-brewed, and then we will set him on up near the MIB so that it can actually, well, do more. Ooh, come on now. Pop, please. And okay, yeah, last moment there, but I'm really concerned about this DDT over here. And I keep selecting on strong, which is not a good outlook. Target that, please. Stop targeting the bad over there. Great. Now this is going to leak and all that. No, you're too close to the end there. When given enough buffs, a 220 spike factory can be quite powerful. Let's have a look here and see if we can do some damage with that. Thank you. You have 1500 already, so that's quite impressive. But remember, this is only just the beginning. And 1500 pops on around 140 is, well, really anything, to be honest. I put Overclock on the wrong tower. You know what, that's an extra kick in the teeth. We are missing 128 just to get Mob Shredder. Like, that could have been quite pivotal, to be honest. Okay. What can we do with the rest of this? Okay, I need you to be on close. And use that, please. Can we do something about this now? Or are these just going to be too...
Improve our defenses.
This is such a stranglehold here as to what to do. Oh, that's too early. Let's try something else. Let us glue the ZOMGs down here when they're popped so that they are slow enough so that we can get another Anti-Bloon ability up. Oh, just outside of a range there. No, this won't work. I thought Sentry Export was a good idea, but...
Improve our defense.
Where were you even firing? Oh, right. You're going for a strong one. Yeah, that's understandable. You're going for the bad down there. Hold a phone. Blade Maelstrom. What can we do with you? Let's put you in the range of that, and hopefully you can provide us with the means of being able to do this. Let's see, how much damage do you do? Oh, you do a sizable amount, but still not enough. Let's try and use it on the DDTs at the very end there. Hopefully it makes some kind of difference, but I'm not too sure. And yes, I put it in the range of the MOABs so that you can actually do damage against DDTs when it uses its ability. No, not gonna work. Oh no! In that moment I need to change the position of this so that it can actually hit the ones at the end there. Perfect timing always. Okay. Yes. Excellent. That's the Fortified DD. So BAD taken down. But now we've got to deal with the rest of this. And we're in a very bad spot. And I cannot move my super monkey to save my life here. Okay. We need to really time this well. Come on now. Can we do this? Oh no. And look at that buff down too. Oh, come on. Yes! 23 million pops. That was heart-wrenching to say the least. So yeah, the key to all of that was using the support generic to moving the Anti-Bloon up here. Yes, it's outside of a range of our druid, but who cares about that at this point, because we don't need a little bit of range when the Anti-Bloon has range. Like that kind of range. So that, folks, is what you call a very insane challenge that I would not recommend for you to do unless you are pretty good at the game yourself. I like to call myself persistent over good or anything like that. I have said this in a few of my videos. I'm not a very good player at this game. Otherwise, I would be able to do this kind of thing flawlessly. Now, that's the kind of thing that a very good player would be able to do. A flawless run of this sort of stuff. We've had many errors along the way, but we got ourselves 23 million pops with the anti-balloon at the end of round 140. It's another kind of community challenge, just like 2TC, 2MP, but they're achievements, but the community kind of set it so that for round 140, there's a bit more leeway to where you can only really get 10 Megapops as the challenge. But with the anti-balloon, it's such a powerful tower that you can actually go all the way to where you only have, in this case, just under 60k excess pops. Like, our embrittlement helped out there at the end there by freezing some of those balloons. Like, some of those ceramics at the end, I think it was. This froze them in place, which was pivotal. This was pivotal around 138 with all those DDTs. I wasn't too sure whether to deploy it or not, but we're there. We are there. 23 Megapops. It's not a community thing. I just made up for this scenario, and there we go. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something new within the video itself. And remember, do not underestimate the power of Greenfoot Oben. You can really make it a lasting run if you can use him properly when it comes to his early game support. Like, late game, he's a bit more of a hindrance, but early game, he really helps you out with early leads and round 24 camo balloon with his brambles. So that, folks, once again, is the anti-balloon 23 million pops. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care of yourselves, everybody.